You are alive during the strangest experiment in human history, and almost nobody realizes it's happening. Right now, somewhere near you, a person is sitting completely alone, talking to nobody, staring into glowing glass, while hundreds of invisible signals pass through their body every second. Their heart is beating faster because of a message they haven't opened yet. Their brain is producing stress chemicals because of a notification sound that didn't even come from a real human voice. And before they fall asleep tonight, they will consume more information in a single day than a person living 500 years ago encountered in an entire lifetime. But here's the disturbing part. The human brain was never designed for this. For almost all of human existence, your ancestors lived in small tribes of maybe 50 to 150 people. They spent their entire lives surrounded by the same faces, the same landscape, the same problems, the same stories. If something important happened, everybody knew within minutes. If something terrifying happened somewhere far away, they never heard about it at all. Now compare that to your life. Before breakfast, you can learn about a war on another continent, a celebrity scandal, a political argument in a country you've never visited, a natural disaster happening live, and a stranger on social media who appears more successful, more attractive, and more happy than you. Your brain absorbs all of it, and evolution never prepared you for that. To understand why this matters, we need to go back. Not hundreds of years, tens of thousands. Imagine waking up 40,000 years ago. There is no phone beside your bed, no alarm, no notifications. You wake because sunlight reaches your eyes or because people around you begin moving. Your world is small enough to understand completely. You know every person you will see today. You know where food comes from. You know where danger comes from. And almost every problem you face has a direct physical solution. Hungry? Hunt. Cold? Build fire. Threat nearby? Run. Lonely? Walk toward your tribe. Human beings evolved inside this reality for hundreds of thousands of years, and evolution is slow, painfully slow. The modern world changed in the blink of an eye, but your brain is still ancient. Neuroscientists call this evolutionary mismatch. It happens when a trait that once helped survival becomes harmful in a completely different environment. Take sugar. For your ancestors, sweet foods were incredibly rare. Honey was almost impossible to find. Fruit existed only in certain seasons. So the human brain evolved to treat sugar like treasure. When you tasted something sweet, your brain released dopamine, the chemical of reward and motivation. That system worked perfectly in nature, but then humans invented supermarkets. Now your ancient survival instincts are trapped in a world where high-calorie food is available every minute of every day. Your brain still reacts like sugar is rare, even when it's everywhere. The exact same thing happened with information. For most of history, information was valuable because it was scarce. Knowing where animals migrated, who could be trusted, or where danger existed could literally save your life. So human beings evolved to crave information. We pay attention to gossip because social knowledge once determined survival. We obsess over shocking events because ignoring danger could get you killed. And social media discovered this weakness perfectly. Every swipe, every notification, every headline, competing for systems inside your brain that evolved on the African savanna. This is not metaphorical. Scientists studying brain activity found that unpredictable rewards, like refreshing your phone and sometimes seeing something exciting, activate dopamine systems far more powerfully than predictable ones. The uncertainty keeps you checking again and again. It's the same psychological mechanism used in slot machines, and millions of people are now carrying tiny slot machines in their pockets from the moment they wake up until the moment they sleep. But the effects go deeper than distraction. Your brain measures status socially. It always has. In ancient tribes, social rejection could mean death. If your group abandoned you, survival became almost impossible. So humans evolved to care intensely about what other people think. But your ancestors compared themselves to maybe 100 people. You compare yourself to millions, and not even real versions of them. Carefully edited versions, highlight reels, filtered moments, performances designed to look perfect. Your brain doesn't fully understand the difference. A hunter-gatherer never woke up and saw 500 more attractive people before breakfast. They never saw strangers displaying luxury, success, and achievement every few seconds. They never received constant evidence suggesting everybody else was happier than they were. But you do, every single day. And the human nervous system is struggling to adapt. Rates of anxiety, loneliness, and depression have risen dramatically across much of the world, especially among younger generations who grew up fully inside the digital age. Researchers debate the exact causes, but one thing is clear: the human brain is experiencing conditions unlike anything in its evolutionary history. And yet, there is another side to this story, because the same species overwhelmed by modern life also created it. Humans are astonishingly adaptable. Your ancestors survived ice ages, predators, famines, diseases, floods, migrations across entire continents on foot. The human brain is not weak. It is probably the most flexible object evolution has ever produced, which means this moment in history is not necessarily a disaster. It's an experiment. Nobody knows what human consciousness becomes when connected to billions of other minds instantly. Nobody knows what happens when artificial intelligence, social media, virtual reality, and constant digital stimulation merge together across generations. We are the first humans to experience this. Think about how strange that is. For 300,000 years, human life changed extremely slowly. One generation lived almost exactly like the one before it. But your grandparents were born into a world without the internet. Your parents watched smartphones appear from nowhere. And your generation may witness artificial intelligence becoming part of everyday life before reaching old age. That level of change is historically insane, and your brain is trying to keep up in real time. Maybe that's why modern life feels so exhausting sometimes. Not because humans are failing, but because we are adapting faster than ever before in history. Your ancestors evolved for a world of silence, darkness, and small tribes. You live in a world of infinite noise, a world where a teenager in a small room can reach millions of strangers, a world where human attention became the most valuable resource on Earth, a world where entire companies exist to control the chemistry inside your brain. And still, every night, despite all of it, your nervous system continues doing something ancient. Your heart beats, your lungs breathe, your brain dreams. The same biological machinery that carried humans through caves, storms, and prehistoric nights is carrying you through the digital age. You are not separate from your ancestors. You are them, placed into a future they could never have imagined. And maybe one day, thousands of years from now, humans will look back at this era the way we look back at the discovery of fire. Not as the moment technology changed humanity, but as the moment humanity began changing itself.